What's happening, oozers and oozettes? Today's another beautiful day here. Sun's coming up. Looks like they're gonna have some kind of party over here on the beach today. The vans are pulling in. So yeah, wanted to talk about a few things here. Wanted to talk. I had a subscriber ask me, could I live on 700,000 for 25 years? Boom. That's a big question because number one, if everything would run smooth, you're looking at about 2,300 bucks a month. So yeah, if everything runs smooth, I'd keep it as low as I could to begin with. Really search out a good place to stay, a cheap place to stay. You know, if you could get something around 300 to 500 a month would be great. You can also, like I say, lease land and build you something small. You know, depending on how tropical you want to go. You know, you can go all the way down to ground zero. It ain't no air conditioning and stuff. So that's something to consider. Also, if you have a wife, if you get a wife or girlfriend, and then you have a kid, and then what if there's medical emergencies and all this to be taken in account? I guarantee you, like I said before, whatever you think that you can live on, trying to at least have 25% extra stuck back. You know, if you have health issues and stuff like that, that is something that would definitely be draining your cash. So I mean, if you come here, dude, with the attitude of living healthy and, you know, kind of like you did in the US, because a lot of people come here and they think it's the eternal vacation, and it can be, but it can kill you real damn fast. I've known guys that would come in here at a place that used to be downtown called the Coco Amigos, and they would go in and eat breakfast like 8 o'clock, drink coffee, and then around 10 o'clock in the morning they change over to beer. So I would actually go back by there later on because I was working at night DJing and, you know, doing acoustic shows. Same guys would be there, been drinking all damn day. Guy who was 55 years old, about a year or two later, hell, he up and fucking died. You know, so you can slowly kill yourself here if that's what you're out trying to do. Just say, I'm going to burn it up, you know, twice as bright and half as long. You can do that here, absolutely. You know, there are times when I exceed myself, you know, and you believe me, the older you get, the more those hangovers damn affect you. So your diet is a big thing, knowing when to stop. You know, I'd pretty much get it down to a science. You generally, even on a big party day, my limit was always around 5 to 6 beers max. You know, like I say, I've gone over that before, but my science level here is around 5 to 6. You know, always keep munching and eating on little things or whatever, so it'll do you a lot better. Drinking hard alcohol here, I do not drink. I don't drink liquor at all, ever. I haven't drank liquor, I don't think, it's probably been 20 years since I touched a drop of liquor. I just don't like it. You know, liquor's quicker, so it'll hit you. You know, you'll say things, you'll do things you wouldn't normally do, and the last thing you want to be over here is drunk driving or showing your ass. You know, because people, man, they look at you here, buddy. I mean, you know, you on stage. If you're a foreigner, if you walk into the corner store, you on a stage, son. So everybody's paying attention to what you be doing. But that's all right, because the G-Man's always a cruising along. So I don't give a darn, I don't give a damn, man, because I'm the G-Man, hell. You know, and I try to keep it intact, keep it within the perimeters and the guidelines here, and live like Filipinos and stuff. So yeah, you know, so if you can balance your budget and stuff here, that's a big thing. I mean, knowing, like for instance, yesterday I went shopping. There is a international food store here in Dummy-Getty. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something else, throwing this in right now. I do not know everything. You know, a lot of my little small details or whatever I may not cover, but everything that I'm giving you is what I see, okay, and what I've experienced and what I've heard. And I'm the type person to where I'll talk to 10 people and then I form my own conclusion. I just don't listen to one person. I just don't have one plan. You know, I got many backup plans that I can fall on as well. So you're budgeting here. I spent 6,000 pesos yesterday in this foreign store, but brother, I got Australian ribeye steaks You know, they've got tenderloin, they've got bacon, they have, let's see, Frosted Flake cereal, they got real mayonnaise, you know, a lot of American products in there, you know, here, and I like that here in Dominguez. So, you know, so I did that. That's 6,000, and then I went and spent another 6,000 at Hypermart. Hypermart is another place here in Dominguez, and they are really good price. So I think it's the three main grocery stores here are Hypermart, which is part of Lee Plaza. Then there's Lee Plaza, which is on Main Street in Dominguez. You can get anything from canned beans to damn recliner there, you know. So you can get all your furniture, all your clothing. You know, it's kind of like a three-story little mini mall with a grocery store in the bottom, and they're really good priced, you know. Another one is called Kongs, C-A-N-G-S. It is over towards Cebu land. But if you go in there, man, you better get there early. You know, if you're driving a car or something, get there early for parking, because you'll be undercover, you know, in a parking deck. So you need to make sure you can get a space there, because parking's a bitch here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So those are your three main ones. I'm sure I'll get something in the comments about some other places, and you can always go to the market in town. You know, I mean, I know other vloggers that go over there and they want to show you the fish and the figs and the plums and all that stuff. I don't do that horse shit, man. You know, I'll tell you where it's at. I'll give you an idea what the prices are, and I'll let you roll with it. But they pretty much have everything. They have squid, they have any kind of fish you want to, you know, buy over there. Fresh tuna, most of all of it's fresh. They got shrimp. You know, they got every vegetable you can think of, all kind of spices. You know, it is a market. It also carries clothes. They got something here called an okai okai. It is U-K-A-Y, if my spelling doesn't fail me. But you'll see these little okai okais everywhere or whatever. Dude, you can get shirts and pants and stuff over here for, you know, anywhere from 50 cents American money. Excuse me. 50 cent American money to like $1, $1.50, you know. So some of it's brand new. You know, there's a big okai okai on the way from Dominguez to Cebu land. So you can pretty much get anything there you want. Let me see what else I can cover. Pharmacies and medicines, we usually go to like through Mercury Drug. They're reasonably priced. You will go to the doctor and you will get a prescription, and you can go fill it. You know, you can go back and refill it and whatever you want. You know, there's a lot of stuff you can get over the counter. So, you know, and they're not too bad a price. You know, also, let's see, gasoline right now is kind of expensive. I think it's 60 peso, 55 to 60 pesos per liter. So you got 4 liters generally close to it in a gallon. So 55 pesos is a little over $1. So you're paying probably around $4.50 a gallon over here. But I mean, when you're on scooters and little popsicles and all kind of shit like that, you know, you can definitely do it. Another thing, if you want to throw in your budget, you know, and I tell people here, I have people ask about, is like motorcycles, like Harley Davidsons. And you know, I had one subscriber ask, hey man, should I ship mine over? And I'd say, hell no, because I had some boys there in Colorado that their whole biker group shipped over their Harleys to Europe. They were going to ride over in Europe, and on the ship, man, they had, you know, several storms or whatever. They got over there doing their bikes was racked around and scratched up, and they were pissed off, and you know, it's a bunch of hoopla or whatever. I don't think they ever got any compensation out of it. I mean, you know, how do you you know, have to go in and custom do airbrush work and stuff again. Also, another thing, I know good airbrush guys here. I know good tattoo artists here. You can get a really nice tattoo starting around, you know, $50, and you can go on up. I mean, these are full body tattoos. I actually did a video on down at Sharky's, to where they had those tattoos in there. You know, I'm actually standing out here on my balcony, so give you a little preview here. In the morning, early in the morning, lie awake in bed, wish that girl wasn't in my head. Anybody knows, you know. Here is my comfort zone. This is my other terrace. Yeah, I can get out here and chill. That's kind of like one of your lay down recliners here. This is adjacent to my my daughter's room. This is her balcony, but you know, I hang and swing as much as I can over here. So other things to budget: gasoline, cars and stuff you can get here in Dumageta, used or new. You know, I've always been the type, I ain't gonna buy nothing new. You know, you just paying for something just to drive off the lot and depreciate. So you know, you can find cars here reasonably. I mean, you're probably looking in the $5,000 range and up for something good and decent. You know, when I get mine serviced at Nissan, I go with original parts. I don't play around. Don't do seconds here. Don't cut corners. Don't go cheap. You know, go ahead and let the man do it, because if you think aftermarket parts are bad in the U.S., they're hell here. So take it to a dealership. A lot of dealerships here. Toyota. You know, I like Toyota. I really do, man. Toyota's solid. My truck's a diesel, so hell, as long as I keep her maintained and all, she should last a lifetime and maybe through hell. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's something else I would recommend. Budget also, like for a motorcycle, you can rent here, but now I think it's starting to roll over into you got to get a special stamp on your driver's license. It's a certification for motorcycles. If you go to some islands like Bahal, they require it or you can't rent it. So don't like bad surprises. You know, go ahead and gear up for that shit right now if you're gonna do it. When I am riding around, you got 3 months to ride on your license here. You know, then after 3 months, you have to get an ACR card, ARC, I think it's ACR card. You can get that, and if you need any advice on where to get it and all that stuff, I'll help you out. But yeah, get your ACR card, then you can get your driver's license here, and then you're good to go. Other than that, carry your passport with you. Nobody likes to carry it, but don't take no damn picture, because sometimes the police, they want to see that stamp. And if you got a picture of the stamp and a picture of the face page, it don't count. They can really get on your ass if you're rude. Never be rude to the police here, man. Always smile. Give them that big cat head smile. Yeah, my brother, my man. You know, and usually they'll cut you some slack. Same thing with motorcycle helmets or whatever. Always wear your helmet around. I mean, I do on side roads. Well, excuse me, I do on long trips, on side roads when you got 80% of Filipinos here not wearing helmets. I usually don't wear mine on short trips and stuff, but keep it on you, because if you see a police checkpoint up and they'll come out of nowhere, you can just stop. You can turn around, go back. They ain't gonna chase you down like in the Macon County line of Georgia. You know, they ain't gonna do that horse shit. You know, so that, and the reason why is they say they don't get paid enough. You know, I talked to a police over in Cebu, and he told me, he said, man, he said, you can stand right there and shoot this guy. And he said, I ain't gonna do a damn thing. I said, what? He said, yeah. He said, because dude, they don't pay me enough. He said, if somebody gets shot or killed, it's up to the family to hire a lawyer and file a case and all that stuff. So, you know, it's a different twist here. You know, always try and keep the police on your side. I do, you know. I keep letting everybody know too, I'm gonna start doing some more music videos. I'm still bouncing around. Life is kind of up in the air right now. Doing a lot of stuff around the house for the kids, and the graduation's getting ready to come up. And believe me, dude, the graduation is for everything. It can be for kindergarten, you know, and they got to go out and rent dresses. And I mean, dude, it's like high school graduation in the U.S. You know, so everything is going on now. I got 3 kids, so they're all getting ready to graduate and do things. So we are, let's see, what else for budget? Let me think. Covered food, covered gas, partying, that's a big one. So it depends. I mean, if you're not well off financially, I would try and nail it down. You know, usually sometimes I'll go out and have a few beers, and then I might get one or two beers where I'm at, you know. But yeah, you can rack up some cash real quick. It'll destroy your budget. I mean, you can, if you go out and eat here every day, even at the little places, you're looking at 20 to 25, unless you hit the eateries, you know, which are really, really cheap. But now if you want to go to like these little resorts and stuff that I pop into all the time or whatever, that's going to be like your average roll on something like that. So yeah, you budget it. I mean, I actually sit down and I write out everything for a month and then try and stick to it or whatever. A lot of your stuff you can pay online here. A lot of people have to go stand in line for the power company, which is the Rico here. So, but you can pay your bill here through the M-Lawyer, which is the same place that you receive your money if you're doing Remitly or Western Union or whatever. You know, you can go in there and pay your bill, just take your bill in. Same thing with water bill, you can do that. Philippines is really rolling over to a good area as far as, you know, helping as far as online stuff. You know, Grab and Food Panda here is great. You know, they're here, it's hot, you know. So, you know, you can, I mean, most times we just order out, you know, for supper especially or whatever, because it balances out, you know, with whatever we're trying to do. So anyway, just giving you a little rundown there on a few budget things. If you got questions, let me know. Also, I want to tell you about like my truck. My truck, I got the big mud grip tires on it. This whole set was around, I think it was $175 for a full set of tires. Great place here in Dumaguete. Just went and had them rotated yesterday. So, you know, you can think it's just phenomenal here how much difference there is. Like I say, granite countertops and stuff are cheap if you're in the building, you know, $100 for a piece of granite, you know. Cigarettes, I think here, and they're around $3 to $4 a pack. I don't really know. I heard something mention that the other day. I don't smoke, so you know, I couldn't keep up, dude. It gets so damn hot and stuff here. So if you do smoke, bring you some nicotine patches. Bring the things over here you need, like Neosporin, Alka-Seltzer, stuff like that, because they don't have that shit here. In general, you can go to Cebu. You may stumble into something, luckily. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna cruise on because the day's getting older and I got to get out there on the highway. I'm gonna go and check on my job, check on my men. It's payday. So yeah, they're getting ready to have some fun. So I will see you soon. I love you guys out there. Thank you for supporting my channel. Next time.